This is State Representative Mike Jones, and it's a big day here at the Harrisburg Farm Show. We have the McElwain family here, and then the next generation, the Wilt family, and they have received the prestigious Century Farm Award. So what that means is the same farm has been continuously farmed and owned by the same family, and that you're still living on and farming the land, correct? So it's pretty amazing, 100 years and counting. And so I had the pleasure of congratulating you earlier and thanking you, but we'll go a little more, give us a little more background. Mr. McElwain, if you would, maybe just tell us a little bit about the history of your farm.
Well, actually, we can trace it back to 1837, or 35, I'm sorry. My grandmother was a Wiley, and Wileys owned the farm, except for about 4 or 5 years in between the last Wiley and my grandfather. So that's how long it's almost been in the family.
Right.
But now my grandfather bought it in 1918, and then my dad and myself, and now on to my daughter and son-in-law and their children.
It's amazing.
That's a synopsis. That's what's going on with the farm.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much, and congratulations again. And Greg, maybe you can tell us a little bit about what you're doing today. You got a few different operations going on there, and maybe tell us what the sort of current state is of the farm.
My wife and I, we farm this farm and an additional about 200 acres, and we have about 170 or so dairy beef steers. We grow corn, soybeans, barley, and rye, and pretty much everybody is involved, our kids, our parents, and other family help.
Thank you. And I should have mentioned earlier, you're down in New Park, right, which is just a beautiful, beautiful part. I've been trying to drum up business for the southern end of the county, so there's so many of us just 8-10 miles away that need to do a better job of getting down there and seeing the land and supporting the businesses, so I try to do that, and it's been a huge highlight of this year. So KRISTI, we'll wrap up. Maybe you tell us a little bit what this award means to you and your family.
Sure. So our family, we've always really prided ourselves in the agricultural industry, and with having the farm already preserved, that showed our commitment to the land. And now with this award being in our family for 100 years, we just, are proud of that, and really hope that our kids will want to continue in agriculture and continue to make our forefathers proud.
Thank you very much. Thanks all of you again, and congratulations. Appreciate it. Congratulations, obviously, Dan and Patty, to you. Greg and KRISTI, thank you for continuing the legacy. And as you know, in our district, most of the people live up in York Township and Springfield. I grew up in an apartment in Dallastown, so I had a grandfather who was sort of a gentleman farmer. But one of the real highlights is I'm just finishing up my first year. I'm new to this political gig. And one of the true highlights of the campaign for me was getting to know people like yourselves in the southern end of the county. And we all benefit, not only from the obvious, the food and the dairy and the meat and the agriculture in general that we enjoy, but the beauty of the land. And the southern part of York County, if you've not been there, I certainly encourage all of you to come down and pay us a visit. It is just some of the most beautiful country in the entire state. And it's thanks to folks like you that we all get to participate in that. So thank you very much. KRISTI and Greg, thank you again for continuing the legacy. It's hard work. It's a business, and it's a tough business, and we appreciate you, and congratulations.